Welcome, welcome. Okay, it is time to do our weekly training, and I'm super excited about getting on here and talking to you guys tonight, making sure that I have done this right. Okay, I see people hopping on now, so that's making me feel a little bit better, but I'll wait a couple minutes and just let everybody jump on. But I think this is good. Our team got kind of big so fast that it was kind of triage in trying to decide who to talk to and who needed team trainings and what did they need training about. And so we didn't really ever have just a weekly call that we were doing all the time because it was just whoever needed it. And this has been great to get together with y'all the last couple weeks, and I'm excited about this tonight. So my name is Rebekah Fowlkes, and I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. And I have been thinking through what are some of those key elements that you need to know when you get started with Plexus. And so I put together a new ambassador training. So maybe you're thinking, I'm a new ambassador, now what? And that's what we want to go over tonight. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want you to know that I too, when I first started, I was kind of thinking, what is this? I remember texting my sponsor, Elizabeth James, and saying, I think I can do this. I just have no idea about the products or the compensation plan. I think I can do this. I'm excited to get started, but I do have so many questions, like, what do I even do? And I had been looking for a network marketing company. I wanted to do something from home. I wanted to contribute. And so when I found Plexus and Elizabeth texted me and I started looking at the compensation plan, I thought, this looks different than a lot of the other things I had seen. And I thought, I want to do this. And then I pretty much signed up right then. I was impulsive and it looked fun and it looked great. And if Elizabeth was interested in it, then I was interested in it. And as I did that, I thought, okay, now I'm going to get on the products. And when I did, and I started seeing what was going on in my life and with the products, you know, through myself and through my family, I thought, okay, now I've really gotten a hold of something really great. And through my belief, then I had belief in the compensation plan and I had belief in the products. And then I knew that I wanted to do network marketing. I knew that social retailing was just the wave of the future. I mean, we know everything from Nordstrom's to J. Crew to Walmart is on Instagram and Facebook, and social retailing truly is where it's at. And I love talking to people. I love people. I love sharing about things. And so this was a natural fit for me. I had friends that had seen success in the industry for years. And so I had that belief. And so paired together, network marketing, the products, and our compensation plan, boom. That's why we say we have the opportunity of a lifetime. I just want to say one more thing if you're new here. Everything has been solidified in my belief through the company itself and how the executives run our company, how the decision making that goes on up there, and just all the new hiring. You are in good hands. Kind of being a diamond, I've had other people call me about other companies and stuff like that, like, hey, bring your team here and things like that. And just kind of out of I like to know what I'm up against. So I'll say, well, you know what? I want to talk to your CEO and I want to talk to your president. And I'll ask them a bunch of questions. And y'all, it makes me want to go running to Alec and Tarl, our CEO and president, because I am like so impressed with who they are, what they stand for, where their beliefs are. And so I love knowing that we're in good hands here. And so you should know that too. And I know right now you kind of have to borrow my belief in that. And that's okay, because you're going to get to see for yourself. But if you need to borrow my belief for now, you can do that. So maybe you started and you thought, you know what? I just need about $500 a month. That's what most people tell me. They just need $500 a month. And that's why they're doing Plexus. And I'll even show them the compensation plan and be like, oh, but look all the way here to jewel status and look at all these things that come along. And they're just hopeful to do a little bit, right? And I want you to know that your hope in being able to do just that $500 is going to get you in the door, and that's going to get you excited. But the belief that you're going to establish through Plexus, that's why we stay, is because we have this unshakable belief in what we're doing. And so that's why I get really excited to think that y'all are new here and that y'all are getting to experience, and a little bit of a responsibility to think, y'all, what you're going to hear about tonight is what's going to get you started. Because these first little few days in Plexus, that's kind of pivotal. It's critical to your success in figuring some of these things out. So maybe you've been around for a while and you're coming back, and that's okay too. But I'm kind of talking tonight to the brand new people. And so maybe too, you can use this if you aren't new. This is how you're going to train your team. And so that's going to be good too. Okay. Did you jump in and think, okay, why not? Let's do this. That's kind of what I did. But tonight we're going to go to the now what? Now what do we do? So first things first, did you purchase a welcome pack? Because a welcome pack is the biggest bang for your buck. You want the welcome pack. So maybe you joined and you just did the $34.95, or you just got a bag of Slim, but you want the welcome pack. And let me tell you why. Number one, it is the best deal. And you have 60 days. So if you signed up a couple days ago and you haven't gotten it yet, that's okay. You have 60 days. You can talk to your sponsor. You can talk to customer service about how you get one, because it's the best deal. It's the best discount, and you're going to be able to try the products. It would be hard to sell our products without trying them, right? So you want to get the most products that you can for the cheapest price, and the welcome pack is the way to do that. The other amazing thing about the welcome pack is that you get the success guide. This success guide is everything that you need to get started. There are amazing tools in here that are going to walk you through the beginning stages of your Plexus business. And actually, there's things in this success kit that I still use every single day. The product cards are in there. I'm going to give y'all a picture. Show y'all these. They come in this really nice little slip to keep in your backpack or your purse. You can take it everywhere with you. Like I said, when I first joined, I thought I was a little bit overwhelmed with all the questions. These product cards are so nice. It seems like a lot of people are going to ask you questions through text or social media. And so you kind of have a time to pause and look at these. So it's going to have these really great pictures of the product on the front with a big description. And then when you flip that card over, it's going to give you talking points and things that you might say, companion products they're going to go great with. I also love that on the very back card, it has the price list right there for you. It has the retail price, the preferred price, and the ambassador price. And we'll go over a little bit more about what that means later. But that's great. You definitely want those from your welcome pack. It also has opportunity brochures, so you can walk through. If you don't really know what to say, it literally is showing you every single thing that you can be spotlighting on the company to make people have interest and want to ask you more. I also love that there's a quick start guide. You can keep this next to your next in your office or in your purse or in your planner. And this is going to go through all those key steps to get you started. And we're going to go through some more of those tonight. There's a compensation plan brochure, a little booklet that's going to walk you through, again, all those things that you're wondering about. This success guide, y'all, this thing is awesome. It was just written in the last year, so it's fresh, it's current, it's up to date. It has everything from how to make that first post on social media and kind of tell people, to knowing about how to share about our compensation plan, to the power of 3. Matter of fact, some of these terms that you might hear me talking about tonight, you could even look those up in the glossary in the back and find all kinds of information about that. So helpful. You want a welcome pack. The other thing I want to make sure that you did is when you signed up, I want to make sure that you turned on your auto qualification. That is a huge deal that you do not want to miss out on. So make sure in your back office, your auto qualification is set up either conditionally or unconditionally to the day of the month that you want to receive your products. That makes sure that you never go a day without them, that you're not going to run out, so you can kind of time it to make sure it comes a few days before you run out. That's handy. And then also, it makes sure that you're always commission qualified. You do not want to miss out on getting your commission because $100 has not gone through your website. And so that's how we are commission qualified every month. That can be a mixture of your own purchases or customer purchases or some combination of the two. But $100 has to go through your website so that you can be commission qualified. And you also want to make sure you're commission qualified this month. So if you get a new ambassador on your team next month, you'll get that business builder bonus because you have to have been commission qualified the previous month if you're not already commission qualified next month. So make sure, talk to your sponsor and make sure that you figured out how to have your auto qualification on, because that is important. Kind of think of it like an insurance policy, that just in case you forgot to order, that you're not going to miss out on whatever is going to be coming in your paycheck that month. Okay. The last thing I want to say is I want you to give me 90 days. Okay. I want you to raise your right hand. I'm going to give you 90 days. I'm going to give you 90 days. Say it out loud. Because if you were on my personal team, I would be telling you I wanted you to give me a year. But I know that these products, they're going to need to get in your system. They're going to need to work themselves out. You didn't get unhealthy really quickly. So give your body time to adjust, to see what's going on. Also, you're not going to build a huge empire in just immediately. You're not. It's kind of the continual efforts of all these little things every day. That's going to get you to your big goals down the road. But give me 90 days, okay? Commit that you're going to stick this out. You're going to stay plugged into the team page. You're going to be doing consistent efforts. Don't give up easily, okay? People are going to tell you no. You're going to hit some brick walls, and that's okay. We all have done that. But give me 90 days where you're going to be consistent. You're going to do these things that we talk about tonight. You're going to be plugged in, talking to your sponsor. We're going to get you there. But give me a minute. Give me some time before you give up. Know that tonight, you're your biggest asset here. You're the biggest variable. So all these different things, these are one way to do it, but you might have a different twist that's going to totally blow this whole thing up and be amazing. But let's go at your pace. You decide. If you've got big, ostentatious goals, awesome. I'll be right there to help you with them. And so will your sponsor. But if you want to go really slow, that's okay too. One of the first things I ask people is, what do you want out of this? Why are you doing this? So we can figure out where you want to go, what speed you need to go, what your goals are going to look like, how we're going to plan those out. So we're going to talk about those. But just know you're your biggest asset. You're going to work this in your own way, and that's going to look differently for everyone. And that's what's really cool. That's why we're business owners here. We get to do this. What's going to work for us. Okay. Also, there's a chat in here. So if anyone has any questions throughout the deal, don't forget you can ask questions in there. Okay. So number one, if you've done network marketing before, or if you've looked at it at all, you know we're going to ask you about what's your why. And your why is important. And you know what your why might be? To make money. That's okay. That's fine. Or it might be something big. But I'm going to tell you that it really is important to tell your sponsor what your why is and to actually write it down. Why are you doing this? Why are you here? We talk a lot about the fact that telling people why you're doing this is going to sell a lot better than just telling them what you're selling. They're going to want to know what the products are doing for you. So why are you selling them in that way? And what are you doing? Are you trying to pay for gymnastics lessons? Are you just trying to contribute? Are you trying to be part of a community? Are you trying to replace one of your jobs so you don't have to, maybe you have a second shift, or maybe you are ready to get rid of your job completely and you want to stay at home with your kids? All of those are great goals and great whys, and we can show you how to do that. But finding what your goals are, that way we can back up and say, okay, if this is your why. Oh, what did I write down earlier? The why will determine what you're doing, and the goals will determine how you're going to get there. Okay, so the goals are going to figure out, okay, if you are wanting to stay at home with your kids, then that might be a senior Ruby paycheck. So what do we need to do to get there? You know, and so your sponsor is going to be able to be really helpful with planning out your goals. Your sponsor is the person that you signed up under, just so you know. So if I signed up my friend Susie, then I'm Susie's sponsor. Okay, just a disclaimer here. Maybe your sponsor totally fell off already. She's gone. In your back office, which you can log into, it's your website, and you're going to go through the ambassador login. When you go in there, it has sponsor info, and that's going to tell you the 3 people above you. So if that person is not there, not responding to your messages, not helping you, you go to the next person. If that person's not helping you, then you go to the next person. If you're watching this on the Get Plexi page, if you've tried those 3 people and you cannot get in touch with anyone, you message me and I'll help you. But it is helpful to go through the chain of command because there's a lot of people on our team. And so going through those 3 avenues, that's going to help you the best and you're going to get the most personal attention. But again, if you need help, definitely reach out to me. Okay. Number 2. So the number 1 was our why. Number 2 is our belief. We want you to build belief. And again, you might have to borrow some of ours when you first get started, but it's so important to check in a few ways to see about your belief. And the first is the products. And so being a product of the product, like we talked about in wanting the welcome pack and wanting your products, that's going to be so awesome. You're going to get to see what these products can do for you. And that is absolutely going to secure your belief. Maybe make it a goal to try a new product every month. The more that you try, the more you're going to like. The more you like the products, the more you're going to be able to share about them. And the more you share about them, the more you're going to sell them. So it's really important to be a product of the product. A great thing for you to do is go to www.youtube.com. Oh, you're here because you're on a YouTube thing right now. But go to Plexus Worldwide. And every week they have a channel. They have put out opportunity calls. These are audio calls. It's not video, so you can plug it in on your way to work or while taking your kids to school or driving around or just folding laundry, and plug that on, and it's going to have testimonies from the products and the opportunity. Listen to those. Hearing those testimonies, it's going to help you be relatable. When people start saying, well, I suffer with this, then you can know, oh, these products help this person by doing this. You can also, it's going to build your belief hearing the financial testimonies and how the opportunity has helped different people in different ways. And that's a really great thing to do. Okay. Also, you want belief in our opportunity and our business. Diamond documentaries, also on YouTube. Search for on Plexus Worldwide. There's a whole list of the diamond documentaries. Go watch the different stories. Go get to see that all the diamonds, all of our stories look differently. All of our diamond documentaries look different. Don't worry, this is not a cookie cutter business. We all don't look and sound the same way, with the same backgrounds or anything like that. We all look different and have different stories. And so that really always helps my belief to see all the different people that Plexus has helped. Network marketing. I think a great book to start with if you're new is The 4-Year Career by Eric Worre, W-O-R-R-E. That's a great book. And events. If you ever hear about an event in your town, go to the event. Again, the testimonies, getting to be there in real life, the events will really, really help with your belief. There's even online events. That's helpful. Some people are doing, if you see someone's having an online event or you're just camped out in your PJs, hearing about the opportunity or about the products, get on there. That's really helpful. And that's really good, again, for your belief. Okay, number 3, DMO and IPA. So you'll hear us talk about those and you're going, what? DMO means your daily mode of operation, and IPA is income producing activity. So you want to make sure you're doing IPA, income producing activity, every single day. And a great way to do that is through your daily mode of operation, your DMO. If you're on our Get Plexi page, a great little tool is up at the top. There's a little search bar. You can search by keyword and look for our IPA worksheet. This is a great way for you to work through to see, what am I doing every day? I have had people that started this with really strict full-time jobs that just had a few little, pockets of minutes in their day. But by doing a little bit every single day, they got really far. It's not about working this 40 hours a week or 20 hours a week. It's just using everything that you have in those few minutes. So keeping in line, we say sometimes, you don't have to work. You can work this business part-time. You just can't work it some of the time. So do a little bit every single day for your Plexus business. And those IPA worksheets are going to help you to plan that out. Because I say all the time, if you don't plan it out, then time's like water. And that water is just going to, if you pulled it all outside, it's just going to fall into the ground. But if you pull it up, you can see where you had pockets of time and where you really use those wisely. Some ideas of what IPA is would be reaching out to new people about Plexus. We call that prospecting and recruiting. Expanding your network, so adding new people to your Facebook page, getting out, meeting new people, adding them to your Facebook page or just to your network. Following up with people. If you start to build a team, investing in your team and checking in with them, sending out samples or handing out sample packs, and using smart social media. Those are all ideas for income producing activity. A great book, another book when you're getting started would be Sarah Robbins has How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business. Usually I have it right around here. But that is oh, there it is. That's a great book, a great tool. It's cheap on Amazon, Sarah Robbins, and really great. Anytime I read that, I kind of just get lit up because it's just little tangible things that you can be doing every single day, and she does a great job with that. Brenda Martin is a diamond in our company. Her husband's a diamond too, and she says activity cures everything. They have 11 children, and so I think she means that in more ways than her Plexus business, but it's true. In network marketing, in Plexus, when you're doing those income producing activities every day, that's going to cure what ails you. So making sure that you're doing all those things and some of those things every single day is going to make do dividends in your business. Okay, number 4 is our Franks list. So we talk about this a lot because this is a memory jogger list. So Franks is an acronym for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and service organizations. I lately have been saying, you know what? Don't even worry about the service organizations, or maybe I should say add to the service organizations social media, because that needs to be another block on your Franks list. People that you've met through social media that you know that you need to be looking on there. So those are ideas, ways for you to think, okay, who are my friends that I think would be great at Plexus? Write all those down. Who are some relatives that would be good? Write all those down. Try to come up with a list of 100 people. I know that sounds a little daunting, but try. You can do it. You can think of 100 people. And then maybe circle or highlight your top 25, okay? And then I want you to star your top 10, okay? And you'll hear us kind of talking about those people in 2 different ways. Sometimes we'll call that your top 10 might be your dream team, and it also might be your chicken list because you're a little chicken to reach out to them. So that's okay. That's okay. But this is a great way for you to know who to reach out to. When you're doing some of those IPA during your DMO, you're keeping up, then those are some great people to be reaching out to. A great book on that, my great book to kind of think about who would be great in this business would be, I think it's holding up my computer. It's kind of blocking. Whoopsie. Okay, we're good. Would be The 4 Color Personalities, another really short book by Tom Schreider. And it's the 4 color personalities of multi-level marketing or of network marketing. And really helpful. And it gives you some really great ideas about how to prospect people, how to reach out to people, what might motivate them, some key words that would help you. And it helps you to identify people to say, you know what, she's a green or she's a red, so I need to talk to her in this way and I need to follow up with her like this. So that's a great book to have, to know, to read, and to reference for your Plexus business. I really suggest when you're doing this Franks list, try to find someone that you would want to reach out to that could be your power partner, that y'all could work this business together, and tell them, go up to him and say, listen, I'm just getting started, but I want you to do this with me. I think we could really, really just blow it up if we had each other to be accountable and to just run ideas together. That makes it so much more fun. It's someone if you're having a bad day, they pull you back up, that you can do the same for them, that you can cheer them on when they do well, and they can do the same for you. That's a big deal. So try to think about someone that would be a great running partner, a power partner for you. That would be really awesome. Another suggestion, something that I see sometimes blow up in Plexus and do really well, is when a group gets together. Maybe go to a bunch of your friends and say, okay, let's give this a year. Let's go crazy with this. It does a few things. It kind of gives validity to what you're doing because there's a whole group of people. Same thing with your power partner. If there's 2 of you, they're saying, hey, this is cool. Y'all come do this with us. And it's a team that starts together and they just run with it. And I think that's so fun. I didn't have a power partner. None of my close friends pre-Plexus do Plexus. You don't have to have that. That's just something that I've seen work really well. And so I have to throw that out there to you, that I've seen that be really successful when groups of people jump together and do it together. Okay, number 5, follow up. So this was something that I talked about the other night. The same thing with the DMO and IPA. I did a training a couple days ago on the 5 things that would help you to be successful in Plexus. And I went over a little bit more in detail with the DMO and the IPA, and the same thing with the follow-up. But I can't not talk about the follow-up. So when you're a new ambassador, following up is really important. Okay, so you've reached out to people about the business or about the products, and making sure that you follow up with them is a big deal. There's a lot of times people say no, but let me tell you, 3.5 years later, how many people that I continued to follow up with and they finally came on board. So no does not mean never. Even if they say never, it really doesn't mean never. They can still come around. So 4 months in, 5 months in, 6 months in, that's fine. They might come back later. It takes the average person 5 to 7 exposures before they become interested in something. So just know that. So many statistics that remind us the fortune is in the follow-up. And you'll hear us say that all the time because it's so important. Checking in with our customers, our ambassadors. And sometimes it's just checking in to build the relationship, just checking in with them. You don't have to check in about Plexus every time, but just continuing to build that relationship. And then when you do see an article or a diamond documentary, or maybe they make a comment, something on Plexus about on Facebook about being so tired or needing more energy or trying to lose weight. And then you can message them and say, I'm still here selling this Plexus. So be consistent. Okay. About our customers, this might be a good time to explain that there's 4 different ways that you can join Plexus. So you might have people that are joining, and so there's 4 different ways that they can get involved. The first is a retail customer. Not many people do this because it's the most expensive way, and it's the most expensive way. You still get the 60-day money-back guarantee, but it is more expensive, and who wants that? Okay, so the next is the preferred customer. You want these. So the preferred customers come on board and they automatically get a 15% discount because they're enrolling in a monthly auto ship, which is great for them because they never have to worry about running out of product. It's also great for you because you get preferred customer bonuses on each and every product that they order each and every time. So not only are you getting that commission, but you're also getting the preferred customer bonuses. I know when I first started, the bulk of my check was through the preferred customer bonuses. That makes a big difference. And so you definitely want the preferred customers. The third would be a wholesale customer. The wholesale customer is going to get the ambassador pricing, the wholesale pricing, but they're not wanting to build a business. So how I kind of qualify if someone would be a wholesale customer or a preferred customer, like sometimes if it's a couple and they're both ordering, so they're both doing triplex, or it's a family, or it's someone that says, you know what, I think my sister might want to order, or I want to get the nerve products for my mom, or I know one of my friends is diabetic and I want to tell her about these products. If there's a chance they might share, then I want to sign them up as a wholesale customer, because then they can sign up one of their friends to order the product and they can get a check. And there's nothing that gets someone motivated like getting a check and realizing, oh, I can do this business. So if I think there's potential, and you know what? I've got people that sign up everyone as a wholesale customer. I want the preferred customer bonus. I want the PV. So I suggest signing up people as a preferred customer. And then if they decide that they love the products, then we upgrade them to the wholesale customer. But just letting you know that's an option. And then the fourth is to be a business builder, to pay the $34.95 to get your welcome pack and to work this business alongside you. So there's those 4 options whenever you're trying to figure out what would be the best way for someone to do this business with me. Okay, number 6 would be social media. I have to say, this is my favorite topic. I love social media. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it because that's a whole training in itself. Matter of fact, I'm working on a big training we're going to have in a couple weeks on Facebook and Instagram. But I love that you can personalize your business through social media, that everyone's looks different. I love that you can get maximum reach for minimal effort. You've got the world at your fingertips right in front of you. Maybe you're thinking, I don't get out a lot. That's okay. You've got it all right there at your fingertips. I just would encourage you to be the same person that you are on social media today in your Plexus business. Stay true to you. Now, if you've been like saying lots of bad words or really negative or lots of drama, that I might rein in, because now your personal business is a part of your personal business, because it's all in there together. And so they're not really going to compartmentalize that. And there's people out there that sell Plexus, so you want there to be a reason they're buying it from you. They need to trust you. We say sometimes people will buy you before they buy the Plexus from you. So make sure you're thinking about that. Post about you and your story. Don't turn your Facebook page or your Instagram page into an all Plexus place, okay? Don't do that. Your friends want to be friends with you and not just your business. So make sure that you're still posting the same things, that you're posting often, so that there's lots of different things for them to relate to and find common ground with, and that you're relatable, all those fun things. On Facebook, there's 1.8 billion users. So this is a great place to show your Plexus business and to tell your friends about it. Something that a lot of people have been using lately are the Facebook Lives. It's a great way to tell people, hey, I've got something new, and let me tell you. It's engaging. They can, do hearts and make comments on there, and that's fun and interactive. And people are really seeing that to be children freaking out, have a great way to relate to your audience. So maybe take advantage of the Facebook Lives. Also thinking about your first coming out post about Plexus. So maybe it's you showing you in your pink drink, or telling why you're excited about Plexus. But energy and excitement is contagious. So make sure that it's energetic, that you're using positive, inviting language, that it's fun, because you want people. Attraction marketing is something we talk about a lot. So make sure that you're putting things out there that's attractive, that people are going to want to be a part of. Something else so another way that we use social media and that I've been really looking into lately is Instagram. So there's 400 million people on Instagram. That's a lot. So again, whole world at your fingertips. This is a great way to expand your network because of the power of a hashtag. So what's so awesome about Instagram, Facebook does this too. I just don't feel like they're quite as relevant on Facebook as they are on Instagram. And again, we're going to dive into a lot more about social media here in a couple weeks. But on Instagram, when you use popular hashtags like gut health and your health matters and healthy choices and or other things that are just pertaining to your life, then that attracts people to come and follow you and follow your story and your feed. And so that's super awesome, because through using hashtags, people are searching for those. They're looking for ways to interact every single day. And so that's super awesome through the power of a hashtag. Someone follows you, maybe have a cute little graphic made up that says, thank you for following, and send them a little message. I'm so glad to connect, and work on that relationship, because that could be expanding your network. So Instagram and Facebook are great places to build your build your Plexus business. Now, that's not the only place, because you're relating to people in real life, and that's how you know them on social media, or you're connecting with them on things that are not maybe necessarily to do with Plexus, so that they will want more interest in Plexus. But it's a great place to start. Okay, number 7 would be events. I want you to know you can do these at any level. I was holding events in my living room as a silver ambassador. I was like, hey, I'm doing this. I'm silver, but I'm going to show you how to go diamond. And I was just ready to go. And you can do that too. Have that belief. That confidence is so important. Go to as many events as you can. A lot of the events are geared towards guests, but even as an ambassador, you're going to learn so much. Your belief is going to be so much stronger. Most of these have testimonies, and that helps so much. I know this spring I was on the Opportunity of a Lifetime tour with corporate, and we were up in all these different cities, and I would get to present with different people. And every single night, my belief strengthened and grew from hearing all the different testimonies and realizing, hey, it's not just me, and it's not just me at home on my computer or my cell phone. This is a big deal in a lot of places. Plexus is really, we're not just selling lipstick or nail stickers over here. We're selling something that really matters to people's health and that makes a big difference in their families' lives. And that's a pretty awesome thing to be a part of. Okay, number 8, keep learning. I love the quote, school's never out for the pro. Watch training videos daily. Be looking at different things that you can be doing for your business. Learn more about whatever you can in Plexus. Make some time every day to kind of learn a little bit more. The opportunity calls we talked about earlier on YouTube, those are important. Stay plugged into our team page on the Get Plexy Y'all page. Stay plugged in there because we put new stuff on there every single day. Don't forget about that little search tool at the top. So you've got a question about something. Maybe you're wondering, what does this do for arthritis or blood sugar or weight loss? Plug those words in the little search bar at the top. It's going to pull up every post that we've ever made on that. So that's super handy. Also, there's tons of files with all kinds of different information. So you can check there for lots of information. Also, get your sponsor or your upline to give you a list of all the emails. So CS, like customer service at plexusworldwide.com, or product questions at plexusworldwide.com. So if you have any questions on things like that, you can email in and you'll get a response from the company about different questions that you might have. 9, duplication. Know that multi-level marketing, we're looking to duplicate. So you're looking to expand your team, but it all starts with you. I want you to write down every quality that you're looking in someone on your dream team. What are the things that you feel like are the most important? Is it someone that's a hard worker and they're driven and they're willing to be consistent and they're teachable and they're going to message people and they're going to do all these things? Write all those down. And then I want you to be that person, because you don't have to look for the rock star. You be that rock star, because it's all going to start with you, and your team is going to duplicate what you're doing. So do it. Just do it full out. People are going to run to catch up, but you be that person. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about, number 10, is people skills. And I know this sounds silly, but I talked about it the other night too. And we're in network marketing. So there's some just general people skills that I think are really important to know and to talk about. The first one that I would say is have courage and be kind. I think that's so important. So be bold, put yourself out there, have courage to say, I'm going to rock this network marketing business. I'm going to rock my Plexus business. And then be kind and genuine to people that you meet. That's attractive. Do things with integrity. The way that you're posting on social media, when you're in Walmart or Target, be the person that smiles at people. That goes so far. So far, it really does. It's just the main way. You're not just being social on social media. Be social in person, you know? Okay, listen more than you talk. That's hard, but listen more than you talk. Ask lots of questions. Be a curious conversationalist. That's going to help you see, is this someone that Plexus could be something for? So make sure you're doing that. Be social and connect. We tell people to get business cards, but really what's even better than getting business cards is when someone says that they are, that you think they would be someone that you want to connect with later. Say, oh, you know what? I don't have a business card with me. Could I pull out your Facebook, open your app, and hand it to the person and say, will you put your, find me on Facebook and friend request me, and or friend request yourself, and we'll be friends on there. People don't say no to that. They say yes. So you find them on Facebook, and then you have a way they're seeing your social media post, and you have a way to follow up with them. If you just give them a business card, how are you going to follow up with them? So being able to connect with them on social media is really great. Smile, look them in the eye, be positive. I always tell people that look for common ground. Look for something to make you be able to say, me too. I was laughing earlier thinking about, I don't know if y'all watched, I thought the SNL, like the political skits were so funny. And there was one where they were talking about one of the debates, and where Hillary was saying, she was talking to a teacher, and she said, she thought it was a teacher. And she said, you must be a teacher. And she said, no. And she said, well, you have lots of kids? And the lady said, no. And then Hillary said, you've seen a kid? She was like, yes. And she's like, yes, now we're best friends. That's kind of how I feel. Like, you're looking for anything. You just want a connection, because that's going to help with feeling relatable, and like you've got a connection and all that. So look for something where you can both say, me too. That's kind of my goal when I'm talking to someone. But make yourself easy to talk to. Be someone that's agreeable and positive. You don't have to be Pollyanna. I'm just saying these are some ways that help people to feel like they're connected to you, and that you can tell them about Plexus. All of this boils down to, like, that's a lot. I just told you. That's so much. Don't don't stress out. I'm just giving you a big, broad picture, you know? And if you're like, whoa, I need to slow down, I'm going to go a little bit slower. That's okay. And if you're looking at that and going, okay, I'm going to do every single one of those. Perfect. We can show you how to do that too. But the key to this is consistency. So whatever it is you're going to do here, do it consistently and you're going to see fruit. Okay. This is the big picture. It's putting it down now into the bite-sized pieces that you're going to do every single day for your daily mode of operation, because we want the income producing activity, because that produces that produces income, and that's what we're after, right? Lastly, I just want to tell you, you give a plug that convention's May 29th. We're so excited about that. You can still register, and it's going to be so awesome. It's in Las Vegas, and even asking on the team page, people I'm sure will be sharing rooms and things like that if you're looking for that. But you can do this, okay? You really, really can. And we're all here to help. I remember thinking there were things that I would be good at and things that I would not be so great at. But the great thing is when you're part of a team, at Plexus, kind of one of our main slogans is one Plexus, one team. There's people that are going to come around you, and you can ask questions on the team page. We can put you in small chat groups if you're looking for that. You're in good hands. It reminds me of that on Annie, you know, and they're singing, I think you're gonna like it here. That's not the tune at all, but you know what I'm talking about. I think you're gonna like it here. You are. It's gonna be so great, and we are so happy to have you. So let's get started. Nope, still here.